COMEX and the gold and why gold, and most people don't understand what gold really means. And the reason the COMEX situation is important, we're getting to a point where gold is back in the headlines globally. And we're starting to see a big shift because the Chinese, which is known as the Shanghai Cooperation, Shanghai Exchange, has come online. And the Chinese Shanghai is now going to be competing for the physical gold price, the actual physical, and that's why we want to get into this.
I want you to explain that to everybody that's listening, because there are people that are interested in this, and some of them actually don't know what the COMEX is, and they don't know what you're talking about when something's inflated. I know this: if you blow a balloon up too big, eventually it's going to pop. And that's the danger in overinflating anything, especially in our financial system.
If you just kind of put it in context, it really would stand for a commodities exchange. It's really where people would go to sell corn and wheat and oil and gas, gold and silver. So it's not really about the gold and silver, it's commodities in general. The problem is they created, the options in the futures market to provide liquidity to the market system. So now, liquidity meaning a farmer brings his corn to the exchange, he sets in a price, but they need the money to kind of keep flowing. So then they created the futures exchange to allow speculators to get involved, so it kind of keeps money moving and so they can always buy and sell contracts for actual physical delivery. So you would actually go and sell your contracts to the COMEX if you really want to sell your gold or your cotton or your wheat or your corn or your oil and your gas. So it's a place where the physical gold and silver was actually exchanged. And silver is done in 1,000-ounce bars, 5,000 ounces per contract, and gold would be done in 100 ounces. They allowed speculators, which I'll throw in the AKA bankers. Now they've created the things called derivatives. And we know derivatives, right? Derivatives are basically fake investment tools made up of nothing in paper form to go ahead and buy and sell something. It's what collapsed the housing market. Let's look at this piece here. This one here is known as the COMEX gold registered number. Now, I think the reason why I like this so much is it shows that at one point there we were up well over 1.3 million in the ounces. Now, even that wasn't a lot, but look at on the right side here.
Now, are you saying when we had 1.3 million ounces of gold, this exchange actually physically had that in stock?
Yes, they call that registered, meaning it has been authenticated in purity. But if you notice on the right side here, we're down to 73,000 ounces of gold in that exchange.
So then that exchange really wouldn't be doing any business in a normal thinking sense, correct?
No, correct.
Because they wouldn't have anything to actually deal with.
Well, the key is here, what do they have? This is what has controlled the price of gold. And if you do notice how you see that indicator going straight up. The reason I wanted to illustrate this for folks is because once you understand that the gold price is down so low right now, well, it's really not low. It's at near $1,300 an ounce, considering it was at 200, right? But because it seems still perceived low, even though it's up 30% for the year, mind you, and so is silver. No one really catches that. It's because the paper trade in the exchange is keeping it down. But I think the important reason why this is important news for all of us is just to understand the system is finally cycling to a reckoning point. And I say cycling because they've been manipulating on that paper, as you saw on the chart, for over the last, I'd say 3, almost 4 years now. And that's where people have seen the bear market, they call it, of gold and silver. Price has been coming down. Well, the prices were only coming down because they kept selling paper on gold and silver that they actually didn't own the physical to. Now, without getting into the details of that, what a blessing and gift to the kingdom. And the reason we're serious about this on not only the Wealth Transfer News, but in general, is because gold and silver, and mainly silver, by the way, is constitutional money. Article 1, Section 8, Congress has a right to coin money. The word money was defined as grains of silver. And a lot of those folks that have been around remember the silver certificate. Well, that's actually what this dollar bill says right here at the top. It says silver certificate. You exchanged it
So
for
you
an ounce
see,
of silver.
our Constitution always was silver, and of course, biblically, it was silver
So
too.
the reason we keep talking about this, because the reckoning stuff that's getting ready to take place, we really believe the kingdom should have always been, by the way, but even more so now than ever, should be in constitutional and biblical money, which is grains of silver. And the only way you can do that, of course, is to get an education. And the best way to get an education is get some information. So take this seriously, write down the website, register for information, give us a call. We'll go ahead and guide you in the direction you need to go.
Since the dawn of time, silver has been used as a means of exchange. It will never become worthless. It requires little to no maintenance. And most importantly, physical silver is inconspicuous and liquid. Silver is in the stages of a long overdue price explosion. The power of silver as an investment cannot be overstated. The best way to invest in silver is through a reputable precious metals dealer. Cornerstone Asset Metals was established to help guide you on investing in precious metals such as gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Our website contains a wealth of information on precious metals, IRAs, and even custom minting. We specialize in helping investors like you diversify a portion of their portfolio into hard assets with advanced investment strategies designed to maximize your returns through the purchase of physical metal. You can even read breaking news in the precious metals market on our blog. Feel free to browse our articles and video updates. Ours is a service for people who want the option to be in the physical metals market and control the level of risk they take. When you're ready to invest, simply fill out the form at the top of any page with your first name, last name, email, phone number, subject of your inquiry, if you've ever invested in precious metals before, and who you are referred by, if any. It doesn't really matter whether you choose to invest in gold or silver. It depends more upon what you can afford to invest. When you're done, click Submit Request, and a Cornerstone Asset Metals representative will contact you within 2 business days. At Cornerstone Asset Metals, we look forward to serving you. Visit us today at www.cornerstoneassetmetals.com.